Hello, welcome back to R.A.I.N. In today's video, I will cover chapter 5 of my book, Who Are You? Knowing Your Ancestors. Chapter 5 covers possible solutions to navigate out of the colonizer's system of control. Let me read off a little bit to you. In my opinion, the biggest issue with our people is contracts with the birth certificate being the main one. Before you think about going down this road, you have to think about how you will handle problems that may arise in the future. I'm talking about problems that can be solved easily through the use of contracts that are tied to the birth certificate. No birth certificate means no social security number, no license, no state identification, no passport, and anything else that is linked to the birth certificate in any way. What part of the land will you domicile? What will you do in case of an emergency? You will have to think of everything. Does it sound impossible? Maybe. Can you do it? Absolutely, yes, you can. But it's better if you're not alone. Okay? You have to form your tribes. Let me continue. The best thing to do is to form groups and watch each other's back. If you have 3 or 4 families that stick together, that's a small tribe. Put a plan in place. Learn more about nationality and birthrights. Find a Moorish science temple and learn more about the works of Noble Drew Ali. Acquire used law dictionaries such as Black's Law Dictionary 3rd or 4th editions, Bouvier's Law Dictionary, and Ballantyne's Law Dictionary. Get your hands on old, pre-1945, unabridged dictionaries such as Webster's or Oxford's. Learn how to write affidavits. Learn basic electrical, plumbing, and carpentry skills. And start collecting gold and silver as soon as possible. This is extremely important. Everyone in your group should know how to write affidavits so that anyone in your group can sign off as witnesses on your affidavits. You need at least 2 witnesses. Beware. The Moorish science temples were infiltrated by the FBI. That's BU file 62-25889, and some of them might be operating under a 501c3. So research those 2 points, a 501c3 and research FBI, BUFILE, colon 62-25889. Alright, let me continue on. As far as the birth certificate is concerned, you can't cancel it because you didn't create it. But you can declare it to be a fraudulent document based on deceit, human trafficking, and a violation to start. I don't know about your parents, but I know that my parents weren't aware that the birth certificate is a banknote. It sets up an estate with a name that sounds the same as my appellation. It is continuously sold off in a bundle with other birth certificate banknotes in the form of U.S. treasuries. And the United States of America is a corporation with a business contract with the Moroccan Empire, which doesn't include human trafficking of Moors. Anyone can place the aforementioned points into an affidavit of fact and send it to the Department of Vital Statistics or whoever has the birth certificate on file within the corporate state. Keep this in mind. They have to answer every point you mention in the affidavit. Give them approximately 30 days. If they don't respond or if they use any elements of deception, then the unanswered affidavit stands as true. They would be fools to try to answer your affidavit because they would admit to human trafficking. You don't have to do this because everything they have concerning Moors and birth certificates is fraudulent. But if you are able to do this, why not? Proclaiming your nationality dissolves the fraudulent contracts. But the affidavit of fact, that would be quote unquote, in case you didn't get the memo type thing. Here's some law cases that you can use within your affidavit of fact. Winsett versus Donaldson, Michigan, 1976. Statements and affidavits that are not rebutted by opposing parties' affidavit or pleadings may be accepted as true by the trial court. Uncontested allegations of fact in affidavit must be accepted as true. Morris versus National Cash Register, Colorado 44 Southwest. Indeed, no more than affidavits is necessary to make the prima facie case. United States versus Kiss, 658. Silence can only be equated with fraud, where there is a legal moral duty to speak, or when an inquiry left unanswered would be intentionally misleading. That's U.S. versus Tweel. That's spelled Tweel. Now, I want to talk about something else that's not in my book, but you might have heard of some colonizers claiming to be sovereign citizens. Now, there's a problem with that, because how can you be a citizen, which is someone who is under the rules and regulations of a society, but yet claim to be sovereign at the same time? Someone that's sovereign is someone who is above everything else, sort of like a king or a ruler or any type of other ruler. So how can you be a sovereign citizen if you're subject to the laws of society, but yet you're claiming to be sovereign? It's like an oxymoron. So that whole term, stay away from that term. Do not claim to be a sovereign citizen whatsoever. Let the colonizers have that. You stay away from that. You don't need that, because everything that this corporation has been doing, when I say corporation, I'm talking about the U.S. government, everything has been fraudulent. I mean, it's almost since they agreed to follow the Constitution back in 1789 when it was ratified, they turned around and violated it. I'll get to that in another video, but yeah, please stay away from the sovereign citizen movement. Authenticating birth certificates. Stay away. Do not do any of that stuff. Let them do that. All you have to do is proclaim your nationality and be aware of the fraud that's been committed against our people, because we're home. They're 3,000 miles away. That's it for this video. I will be doing more videos in the future. Thank you for coming to R.A.I.N. Peace.